This is part two of making the Mold Masters. We have this mold now ready to go, and this is it clayed up. We only are going to mold half the tank at a time. So the clean clay, it's just ordinary clay, used to set up the mold and ready to be molded, and we kind of cut the clay so it's a square shaped in a square box, and it's ready to go. This is the turret. It's the mold is set up. Which side and half we're going to mold first. The flat part that you see could be or could not be the bottom of the box. We fit the box to the mold. It's easier that way. Here you see the turret now being set up in the box. Those things on the corners are only things to keep the level of the rubber down. This stuff is expensive, so we don't want to waste it, so we put in this kind of thing to prevent the mold. This is the vacuum chamber that we use. It's called pulling a vacuum. This is 32 inches of mercury, so it's a really good vacuum chamber, and you can see the bubbles come out of the mold compound. And this particular wasn't a tiger, but it's a good example of what it is. Here's the completed mold. Now this is only half mold, half done. Here's the mold for the turret that's half done. And here's after the box has been removed. Now all we do is turn this around and then mold the other side, the other half. The little divots you see are keys to ensure that when the master is being made that it fits together nicely. So we're ready to remold the second half, and we do that. And again, there's the key molds. There's the top of the half tank that's going to be molded a second time around. Here are the completed molds. That's the mold for the turret. And when you take it in half, that's what it looks like. And it's very simple after it's done. I'm always amazed at what it produces after it's done. Here's the picture of the fully molded tiger put together. It's a lot of rubber used in these things, but it produces a mold that's really good. As you can see, it does a real good job of molding the outside of the tank, and there's why we plastered up the wheels to begin with, and it does a very good job. What you're about to see next is we decided to die cast the gun because the gun's easier to done. It's difficult making plaster with short narrow sticks, so what we do is we die cast mold the cannon and the front part of the tank, and it also provides more protection for the tank, and it's just a two-part mold, simple. This is the final part, the treads. As you can see, this is just done by using a simple tray, a kitchen tray available at any hardware store. The first half of the mold is done, and then we invert it around and pour the second half of the mold. That's what's being done now. And it produces this simple plaster Paris mold with a reinforcing inside so it doesn't break in half. And after you're done, it produces this silicone mold just by the simple squeezing out of a long tube of silicone rubber. It produces this. You merely cut out the molds, and it's done, and you have the items ready for your tiger tank.